All right, let's see if this is working. I'm gonna share out this thing, yo. Or does it automatically go? Um, it's so deorganized. They let me live stream. All right. Hey, that shit's working, huh? Let's see if this is working. Oh shit, it's working. All right. Welcome to the totally unofficial DeOrganized Media. Right now, there's a space happening called Sip Jam 31. That's right, Sip Jam 31, where I guess they've decided what to do. Um, I guess they've decided to do what they want to do now. So, of course, the only thing worth discussing today is, of course, you seeing that? Hey boy, you just see this? You seen this thing? The thing, yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right, so that works, all right? Is it showing? I hope it's showing. Well, I guess I could just check. Let's look at this together, guys. And let's use only the information in this. All right, so that works. All right. Yeah, we're nice. We're nice. We're nice. All right, so I guess I should gotta reshare the live stream. That's what Peace always says. We're gonna share out the live stream. All right. I guess I should Okay, here we go. Gotta reshare the live stream. Share morning show crew. Bang. And we gotta go share out the live stream. Share to the SIP side. It's the SIP Innovation Task Force. Notice that the SIP Innovation Task Force didn't know shit about this. Some task force, huh? Anyways, that task force is worthless. They didn't even consult you guys. Anyways, draft. Let's begin. Enough jokes. Let's begin. So, by Tycho. Now, hey everyone. Thanks for your time in reviewing this SIP. It has been compiled with the help of many and is in a draft state as we begin to further socialize and collect feedback. You may still see some placeholders or comments as you work through it, so don't mind the dust. We are looking for your feedback in any form, whether it be a simple reaction to the post, to a deeper dive on some specific aspect of the SIP. Now, this is a draft, so please bring all your questions, concerns, or comments, especially places where you'd like more details or clarification, and of course, any typos or awkward sentences. The next steps in the Stacks Improvement Proposal, SIP 31, is community Q&A, which is happening right now, commentary for the next 2 weeks, committee placements, read more in the SIP. What's that? Say committee placements. CAP process, which is the Change Advisory Board, and establishment of voting period as the draft is sharpened. Preamble. This is SIP number 031. Title, SIP 031, 5-year Stacks Growth Missions. Notice what it's called. SIP 31, according to the title, if we take the title at title value, is about how this SIP is about how they plan on intentionally creating new stacks, kind of like quantitative easing for stacks. If I'm wrong on that, tell me. What they're talking about is making a change with regards to the quantitative easing in order to spur on the economy. Tell me I'm wrong. This authors are Mitchell Cuevas from the Stacks Foundation, Tycho, Jacob, Andre, Dylan. Now, come on, everybody, what do you want to do? So, if I stop sharing, let me look something up. I wonder if there's anyone who wants to join. I wouldn't even know how to add them. So, let me just do some quick AI math here. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Oh. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Can I do that thing where I'm like Smalley? Where's that thing where you half screen, cover, contain, showtime, thumbnails? What if I go like this? I'm going to share the screen, right? Can I do thumbnails? Okay, let me see if I share my screen like this. If we could do this thumbnail view where you see me. And yeah, that's what we want. So, are you familiar with the Stacks blockchain and its key ecosystem players? Oh, are you? Do you know what a Stacks improvement proposal is? Let's see if this is working. Yep. Do you know what a Stacks Beautiful. So, you know what a Stacks improvement proposal is? Ah, you do. If these people supported proposed SIP, how likely would it be to get passed? Ceteris paribus. All things remaining equal. You don't know about that. You never went to school. All right. That's what I'm here for. I go to school for you. What do you think the answer is going to be? Huh? Come on. Fucking... Oh, really? All right. These authors represent a cross-section of the most important sectors: broad community feedback, approval from core devs, isn't it true that who stands to benefit more from... Okay, that's fine. So you understand, right? Is it likely this SIP was created without the input of Manib? Guys, come on. Guys. How much has Manib raised altogether, including block, stack, etc., cumulative? All right, $250 million. All right, so do we have some understanding here? Okay. It is highly unlikely, according to ChatGPT. Now, I don't want you to just be a yes man. Audit the above answers you provided and provide an honesty score and impartiality score from 0 to 100. All right, so let's continue. Does anyone want to join the stream? Oh, I see some people there. I see 2 people, I think. Anyways, Is anyone trying to join? I don't know. Whatever. All right. So, you follow me so far? Let's keep reading. Abstract. Stacks is transitioning from a primarily tech-first chapter to a phase of prioritizing traction at the highest level, fueled by a new endowment and streamlined operations. The proposal raises fresh capital to put Stacks on par with other top projects, addressing historic underfunding and unlocking the ability to compete at scale. A new operational entity will scale execution while a community governed sorry, I can't stop. I shouldn't laugh. A new operational entity will scale execution while a community governed endowment ensures transparent, accountable, and sustainable growth. This is Stacks' decisive step to accelerate adoption, empower builders, and drive long term value for all stakeholders. Upcoming protocol upgrades will further reinforce sustainability by enabling a portion of future protocol revenue to support the Stacks endowment. Mhm. This SIP proposes a quote best of both worlds approach to the next phase of growth for Stacks, maintaining our decentralized governance. What makes us so certain that we have decentralized governance? Distributed is not decentralized, the last time I checked. While creating a new streamlined operational structure and endowment to drive Stacks into a top 10, blah, blah, blah. Specifically, it will create a dedicated Stacks endowment to manage a consolidated STX treasury focused on ecosystem growth. Stacks endowment. The treasury will be created through ongoing token emissions. The fuck does token emissions mean? Hey, yo, dog. Um, they do quantitative easing on the blockchain. Fuck, that's funny. Token emissions are essentially the blockchain equivalent of quantitative easing. Sorry. I see like a number 2 here. Does anyone want to join? Oh, all right. Text me. Um, Specifically, it will create a dedicated stack. The treasury will be created through ongoing token emissions. When you hear token emissions, I want you to think quantitative easing, QE. You know QE, right? That's the reason that you want Bitcoin in the first place. The treasury will be created through ongoing token emissions over the next 5 years and seed SDX transfers from key contributors. All right. The new proposed structure will allow for more efficient execution among contributors by organizing efforts around a new operational entity that will provide both capital and structure needed to make strategic investments in user and builder focused incentives. Additional development. This step, okay. This SIP is both a direct response to feedback from builders expressing their evolving needs as Stacks scales, and a recognition of the opportunity to realign structures with the current regulatory and competitive landscape. Interesting. The SIP is further informed by practical experience gained over 6 years since the establishment of the ecosystem, solving for the day-to-day frictions and blockers that emerge as overhead over time, given the lack of clear structure for a decentralized ecosystem. Finally, the SIP leverages legal experts, third-party research, and a series of artifacts and reports to illustrate these changes will benefit the ecosystem stakeholders. In sum, this SIP proposes a framework for continued success as the leading Bitcoin L2, while sustainably increasing the resources and efficiency with which to enable contributors, builders, and holders as the Stacks ecosystem continues to activate the Bitcoin economy to onboard the next billion users to Bitcoin. Introduction. The Stacks ecosystem is entering a new phase of growth, made possible by critical network upgrades in 2024, including Nakamoto and SBTC. With SBTC, the network enables Bitcoin to be used in everyday economic activity beyond just holding, with further integrations, partnerships, and growth efforts supporting multiple emerging Bitcoin uses. To meet this opportunity, this proposes the creation of a new growth-focused treasury and streamlined structure for increased operational efficiency in the ecosystem. Problem statement. Over the last several years, the Stacks ecosystem has encountered multiple structural and financial constraints, which have at times limited its ability to scale efficiently. Interesting. How are we doing? Is it still working? Okay, good. Now, let's keep going. Where are we? I should tweet this out as like a comment. Now, all right. If you have any questions or whatever, you can share with me. Not that I know how to fucking, Oh, did they stop the show? What happened to the SIP call? Hey. All right. Well, let me just comment on the thing.
Oh yes, no. Because right now
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. All right. So let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right. Let's keep reading now. Oh, I can invite people, right? Let's work this out. So how do I invite people? I can copy this invite link. Copy the invite link, and I can invite up to 10 people. So let's go inviting people all the time. By the way, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. We finished up the Bitcoin conference and the Imagine AI Live conference yesterday and the day before. Join me as I read the SIP. Now, so yeah, I'm at the Fontainebleau, beautiful hotel, and like resorty type place in Vegas. And yeah. So let's go back. I invited some folks. Hope they can join. How would I know if people want to join? Hello. Anyways, live stream, huh? All right, so let's keep going. So again, what they want to do is they want to use token emissions, which is quantitative easing on the blockchain, to fund Stacks' dominance. Let's continue. Problem statement. Problem worth solving, job to be done. Over the last several years, the Stacks ecosystem has encountered multiple structural and financial constraints that have, at times, limited its ability to scale efficiently. Guess they didn't have any of the 120 million left over from the other thing. Anyways, underfunded relative to competitors. Underfunded relative to competitors. Is the leadership underfunded? compared to developers. Technically, this is a true statement, but there's a motherfucking asterisk on that one. Operational fragmentation. Ecosystem contributors like the Stacks Foundation, Hyro, and others have operated independently, often duplicating efforts and constrained by compliance overhead inherited by the SEC qualified sale. Restricted access to growth levers. Compliance concerns with unclear guides have prevented key actors from engaging in essential ecosystem activities, particularly those focused on growth activities, including marketing, various types of incentives, and more, slowing down SBTC traction and DeFi adoption. What do you mean it slowed down SBTC traction? What do you mean it slowed down DeFi adoption? I'd like to see that. Limited resources for builders. Given the small sizes of resources available to the Stacks Foundation and other entities, developers launching Stacks-based applications lack predictable access to incentives, grants, and liquidity support. Creative friction and onboarding and whatever. I'm just checking back here to see if anyone wants to. No, just me. Hey guys, all 65 of you. Propose solutions. Create a Stacks ecosystem endowment. This consolidated treasury will be funded through a combination of transfers from existing entities and new emissions over the next 5 years that temporarily brings Stacks total annual emissions from 3.5 to 5.75. A new endowment foundation, set up specifically to manage its treasury, will deploy capital across grants, incentives, security, liquidity. Okay. Consolidate certain operational areas under a new entity. I can see that. So you're talking about shared services? Enable greater capital efficiency at scale. Commitment to transparent governance. So I guess there's a Stacks roadmap. I see. A key unlock for SBTC adoption lies in onboarding institutional users who hold large portions of latent Bitcoin capital. Stacks is uniquely positioned to serve this audience due to its long track record, performance, brand value, and strong institutional relationships. Builders will benefit greatly from the influx of institutional capital, but many institutional investors who are eager to access Bitcoin DeFi or BitFi or whatever on Stacks are unable to participate on chain due to compliance and fiduciary constraints. They require qualified custodians not just for the SBTC, but also for the underlying BTC that was pegged in. So you're saying Grayscale has put money, has bought SBTC without this being complete? You're saying all of the institutions that are currently buying up this SBTC are doing so in a way that is not as compliant as they would like it to be? Tell me more. All right, let's go back. That's the roadmap. The idea is to get more institutions to have SBTC. That's it. You know, it's like the tether for yield. Stacks will become tether for yield farming. I don't know, whatever. All right, let's keep going. Anyone want to? Still just nobody wants to go. You're like, fuck that. I'm gonna let you burn your reputation on fire all by yourself. Anyways, Stacks core development. Okay. You need money for that. So you want to create the flywheel. Okay, so these are the things that they want to do. Hey, Rose, are you reading this? This is everything. Hey, Rosar, just to put this out there, if you can do 1 through 3, apparently there's like 100 gajillion SDX for you. Am I wrong? If there was an individual or individuals that could execute on their own 1, 2, and 3, does that mean they get the money? Sorry, do they benefit from the quantitative easing? So, in preparing this improvement proposal, the authors have gathered essential information to help Stacks holders provide informed feedback and make confident voting decisions. So let's look at the impact study. Fuck off. What else? The roadmap, the forum, Bitcoin L2 Labs. This was drafted May 13th, 2025. If this quantitative easing report for the creation of an endowment was created on May 13th, 2025, that means they were certain about what they wanted to be in the draft. Let's take it took them 30 days to do this. They had this by April. Okay. Mm-hmm. The Stacks ecosystem is looking to assess the viability of creating an ecosystem treasury over the next 5 years while having less than 7% quantitative easing or inflation or printing of new stacks. So this document outlines the worst case scenario for doing quantitative easing on stacks to fuel the economy. Price impact and quantitative easing strategy. Treasury survival analysis. Assuming half the tokens are computed to USD or USDC. Fundraising feasibility and inflation. Stay within 7. So, let's find out. So, where the fuck did it go? So, Here's the STX emission schedule proposed to fund Stacks endowment, which works on making Stacks the best choice for institutional BTC Fi. What's the total impact just based on those numbers? Want to communicate to the existing Stacks holders who won't benefit from getting paid by the endowment. Let's estimate their dilutionary effect on holders. Net impact, approximately 24% dilution over 5 years. Is that wrong? Your slice of the network shrinks by about a quarter. I hope I'm wrong. Tell me. Yo, tell me if I'm wrong, guy. Yo, fucking tell me if I'm wrong. The net impact of this is your slice of the network shrinks by a quarter. Now, I'm not saying that you don't get what you want nominally. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, use some language, guys. Man, I want to obfuscate. If you're not getting endowment payouts, you're absorbing 5 years of emissions that decrease your relative share of STX by 24%. Unless STX price or protocol utility grows faster than this, your position effectively shrinks. These emissions risk being like QE without productive gains. All right. Suggested communication. Yes, I want to. Yo, give me the Studio Ghibli guy. Yo, dog, give me that Studio Ghibli poster with visualizations and correct stats. Bang. All right. Well, you heard it here from ChatGPT first. I hope I'm wrong, but you're paying a 24. Hey, what's the net for y'all, Stacks holders? You're paying a 24% dilution tax over 5 years to fund the endowment. If that capital doesn't 10x your protocol utility, token velocity, and adoption, you're underwriting a net loss. Be clear on what you're funding, who gets the stacks, and what measurable impacts it's expected to drive for you, the holder. I've hit the free plan. Oh, maybe I can apply for an endowment. Sorry, I had to. All right. Limit new tokens coming to market to no more than 350 grand every 5 days. Large one-off token dumps hammer the price and spike volatility. Yeah, If you have quantitative easing, what about quantitative the other way? What's the opposite of easing? Troughing? I don't know. I would like the authors to verify this. Again, I'm not against it. Stacks has done a lot better than the people in Stacks have done a lot better at Stacks than they did with Blockstack. So I guess if you drop the block, it makes things a lot easier. All I'm saying is previous behaviors indicate future performance overall over the past 10 years. We've seen certain projects led by these folks with tens to hundred millions of dollars of funding, not necessarily outweigh. So, look, I want to trust you guys, but I mean, you don't trust me. Um, is this correct? You're paying a 24% dilution tax over 5 years to fund the endowment. If that capital doesn't 10x protocol utility, token velocity, and adoption, you're underwriting a net loss. Be clear on what you're funding, who gets the stacks, and what measurable impact it's expected to drive for you, the holder. I need 3 COAs, please. All right, now. So, if we announce that we are about to have a dilution of how much? You think announcing something like this is going to keep stacks above 50 cents? I don't know, everybody. Come on. What happened to this thing? Is it not sharing? Whoa. Let's try that again. Oh, okay, let's try this again. Entire screen. Bang. All right, this is up. All right, good. All right. So, in short, the report shows the endowment can survive and even thrive under high pressure. Is it possible to do quantitative easing while keeping the stacks price above 50 cents? Inflation discipline. Sorry. Inflation discipline is amazing. Again, it's not to say that other projects aren't doing this. They are. I get it. I get it. I get it. The impression from the community is that this has already been passed, and the reason that they're talking to you as community holders is to make you feel like they're valuing your input. Do you feel that the Stacks leadership values your input? Do you believe that you're going to give them any input that is going to materially change this SIP? That's a question for you, not me. Where's the nomics thing? Each morning, we begin with whatever liquidity remained from the previous day. I guess the nightmare scenario is if they start doing this, right? And then like the stacks goes down to like 40 cents. And so even though you're giving money, it's like not, you know what I mean? If the shock from the recent large sales is high, we push the drift downward and raise the volatility. Hello, boat. USD backed. I got to check out at 11. That's in an hour, so I should end this soon. You get the idea? I guess what we should do is go like this. Yeah. And just put that into Notebook LM and see what it says. Scenario 1, no additional tokens. This chapter converts the endowment's fiat obligations into token outflows and tests whether the 100 million STX sold to investors can cover Whoa. The project's treasury requirements have been defined with a 5-year operational horizon totaling $400 million. Yeah, damn, son. They want to QE 30% of the whole stack's market cap? Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody correct me. Tell me where I'm wrong. Just prove me wrong, please. Quantitative easing doesn't feel as bad when you're on a pool. At 50 cents, cumulative fundraising reaches 60% of the 400 mil needed. This reinforces that token price is the primary driver of runway viability. This reinforces that token price is the primary driver of runway viability. This reinforces that token price is the primary driver of runway viability. This reinforces that token price is the primary driver of runway viability. If the purpose of an endowment is to create a runway of funding to execute on the roadmap, this reinforces that token price is the primary driver of runway hookah-jugajus. In practice, the endowment intends to push a meaningful share of releases beyond 2030. All right. Reassessing cadence at each quarter. All right. So this is going to continue on into the future. Importantly, starting from the dollar STX scenario, that's a big matzo ball, dude, of a assumption. Just because you're valuable doesn't mean it's reflected in your token price, or haven't you noticed? Just because you're providing value and SBTC is killing it, and you're the number one reason that people are generating fucking farming benefits. Doesn't say anything about what the token price should be, right? XRP jumped for any number of reasons. All right, hold on. So, my phone, it's hot. But yeah, so this has been an episode of DeOrganized Media. That's right, DeOrganized Media. I hope Peace isn't too upset at me for doing this, but this is deorganized, isn't it? It's deorganized. And the net from this whole thing is, hey community, unless I'm corrected, what they're proposing is they're going to create a stacks endowment fund to execute on the roadmap, onboard 1 billion people into the Bitcoin lifestyle. And just for a paltry payment of 24% dilution over 5 years. Oh, by the way, if that capital isn't 10x protocol utility token velocity adoption, you're underwriting a net loss. And by the way, this SIP kind of assumes that they can hold about $1 per stacks. And it's not that I hate stacks. It's that I love you. And what's the use of a show if we just smile ourselves off a cliff? You know what I'm